Good morning. I am at one of the units that make up Nez Perce National Historic Site. There are 30 or 40 non-contiguous, so separate locations that make up the National Historic Site. But the site that I am at now is called Heart of the Monster, and it has to do with the creation myth of the Nez Perce and how the different tribes came to be and everything. And I believe the myth goes something like this. So Coyote was building a fish trap for people on a river, and then another animal came along and said, "Why are you making this fish trap for people? All the people are gone. The monster ate them." And so Coyote went and found the monster. He got the monster to inhale him, which put him inside the monster, and then Coyote got some knives out and started hacking away at the monster's heart from the inside, and the monster died, and all the people that were trapped inside the monster that were eaten were freed. And I think that forgive me if I'm messing this up, but from what I understand, the different pieces of the monster were put in different areas in this region, and those represent the different Native American tribes in the area. And this thing in front of me here that I'll show you represents the heart of the monster. I don't know if it was buried in this thing or if this thing is the heart, but I guess just let me show it to you here. So this kind of oddly shaped mound here is Heart of the Monster. I don't know if this is naturally occurring. It doesn't seem like it is. It seems like a man-made thing, but yeah, this site was revered as having a central role in the Nez Perce creation myth. So at the Heart of the Monster, there's a little audio retelling of the creation story. And yeah, so that thing is not just where the heart was buried, but that is the heart itself. That is the heart of the monster. And I might have called this Nez Perce National Historic Site, but it's actually National Historic Park. So just wanted to clear that up. Gonna get back in the car now and keep driving. Been driving a lot already today. It took 2.5 hours to drive here, and I think I have several more hours of driving today total. So lots of car time, but should be worth it. I've never really been to this part of Idaho before. It's far western Idaho, east of Lewiston area. So it's fun for me to explore, and it's fun for me to just drive through too, because again, I'm not familiar with this area. But yeah, let's get back in the car and keep going up the road. Well, it's been another hour. I wanted to get out and stretch my legs, and conveniently, here's a nice viewpoint. I believe this is Dvorak Reservoir, and this bridge that I think I'm going to be crossing is called Dent Bridge. Well, I've arrived at the trailhead for my next destination, and there are a ton of cars here. I did not think there would be this many people here. I've barely seen anyone on the road. This forest definitely feels different to what I'm used to. There are ferns here, there's moss hanging from the trees. We are in the Pacific Northwest here in northern Idaho. So I didn't know there were multiple waterfalls here. I was expecting just one, so I guess let's go to all of them. I think you guys might be surprised at how little trip planning I actually do. Leading up to a trip, I have an idea of where I want to go and what I want to see, but I don't really plan a trip until usually the day before, just because I'm so busy doing other things. And so I often don't research things quite as much as I maybe should. I think that's making itself apparent here. I thought there was just one waterfall. There are 3. Yeah, surprises like this happen to me occasionally. That's actually a much more impressive waterfall than I'd imagined. The sign says that it's 50 feet high. And again, this is the lowest of 3 waterfalls. There's not a trail leading down to the waterfall. It's a steep, cliff-sided canyon, so you can't walk down, and you can't walk directly upstream to the other 2 waterfalls. You have to backtrack a little bit, which is fine. Not a big deal at all. But man, I am not used to the humidity. I've been living in the high desert for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Ooh. So on the bottom of the sign here for Middle Falls, it says it's the tallest waterfall in Idaho, measuring 90 feet in height, and is actually a series of 2 falls separated by a pool. I would have thought there are taller waterfalls than this in Idaho. I mean, that's a tall waterfall, but that's, I mean, 90 feet is not a big waterfall in the grand scheme of things. Two down, 1 to go. I think this uppermost waterfall is one that you can actually go down to. I think this part of the trail leads down to the creek itself. And here is the upper falls. We are at the Giant Cedar Interpretive Trail. Holy cow. Giant western red cedar. That is accurate. It's not insanely tall, but it is insanely wide. Wow. That is unbelievable. What a magnificent creature, if I can call a tree that. You know, I've been to the giant sequoias in Yosemite, and I've been to the redwoods in Northern California, and this is right up there. It's certainly not as tall, but it's no less just impressive. Never seen anything like it. The sign here says, "Welcome to the largest known tree in North America, east of the Cascade Sierra Crest." Well, that is impressive. It's estimated to be more than 3,000 years old. It's 18 feet in diameter and 177 feet high. The tree's immense size is due to its location in a wet draw, as well as its separation from competing trees. There should not be an apostrophe there on that it's. And here's the tree in its entirety. Not as tall as the sequoias or the redwoods, but still very impressive. And that one isn't the only giant tree in this area. Wow. Well, that was absolutely worth seeing. You don't see trees like that every day. That was really, really inspiring, almost. It's just fills you with hope to see something that big, that old, that beautiful. It's really, really nice. Well, I'm at my camp for the night. It's not that great of a campsite, to be honest, but there are a lot of people here. It's the weekend, and yeah, this is the best I can do. There's a main road that goes along the bottom of the canyon here. I drove up and down that to see if there were some open campsites, and there were, but they weren't great, and they were pretty close to other people. This campsite, at least, is not close to anyone else. There's no one else camped up here, so being someone who values their privacy when camping, this'll do. Overall, it was a great day here in northern Idaho. It's fun to be back in the Pacific Northwest. Usually you think of the Pacific Northwest as British Columbia and Washington and Oregon, but this definitely counts. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.